So this is part 4 of my story, video 2. Now I had a friend of mine, Shay, give me her little ring light. And at first I was using it, trying to be formal about, putting my story out there, but that's not me. I'm a very informal person. So I'm just give it to y'all how I'm gonna give it to y'all. You're gonna either like it or you're gonna hate it. It is what it is. But this is my truth, and it is the truth. So Crunch Fitness, Reynoldsburg. What is it? 5929 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio, 43232. That place is a complete hot ass mess. There are a lot of perverts, like I said in the previous video, rapists, pedophiles, because once again, if you do it to a woman, you'll do it to a child if you give them the right opportunity. But when Thomas began lying to these perverts, these other perverts in the gym, they started believing him. They started watching me. They started staring at me. They started harassing me. I started reporting, well, first, even before I realized what was happening, I thought I was being watched, but I thought I was losing my mind. I had a guy try to take a picture of me one day at the gym. There were times where I caught people just staring or pointing, and I'm like, yeah, they're not staring at me. For the most part, I'm a very much a tomboy, not really approachable. For the most part, I always got this scarf on, or like my headphones on when I was at the gym, except for when I was in classes. So that'd be the only time I really talked to someone. So, this went on for months, since 2021, because Thomas had first approached me, September 16th, 17th of 2021 in the gym, upset that I would no longer speak to him because I had blocked him from calling me. He flips out, and, I say what I have to say, and that's where it went downhill from there. That's when the rumors and the lies and all that started. Then he, like I would be sitting somewhere at the gym. He'd be standing with a group of dudes, and of course they all looking at me. Then it slowly but surely and gradually got worse. As it got worse, I started to write stuff down, write notes. I have plenty of handwritten notes. I have a folder full of stuff. And I wrote, because I have a lot of notes, so I just wrote down like some key dates to kind of give y'all, and like what happened on those dates. So like I really started documenting like at the beginning of April. So I believe my first entry was April 7th of 2022. That's a day I had noticed was an older black male with a beard. He had on a black hat, staring, and it was obvious, and it was a very uncomfortable feeling. And this was April 7th, 2022. Let's see. I'd say the next time, then April 19th of 2022, I had spoke with Josh about the harassment. Several times. Josh said that he would, address the issues with Thomas. Said he would say something to him, and he would also say something to the guy that I had reported to him. And I gave him the date, the time, so he could easily just looked on the camera and be like, okay, that's who she's talking about. I don't know if he did that or not. So April 21st, 2022, the same older black guy with the beard, except for this time he had on a green hat. I took very detailed notes, so I'm just giving you all little bits because I only have a certain amount of time to record. Older black guy, beard, green hat. After I got done doing the HIT class, standing right there staring. I say something to Josh because Josh is sitting at the desk talking to a woman. So I write on a piece of paper, that's who I'm talking about. Josh shook his head, yeah, okay, and said he would say something. Let's see. Let's see. And then I'm getting ahead of myself. So April 11th, 2022, I had actually complained to Kevin after one of the HIT classes about the guy staring and following me. And Kevin was very dismissive, very sarcastic in his responses. There was a guy that actually followed me to the desk. And I'm like, what's the issue? And pretty much got nowhere with Kevin. So I ended up leaving. I'm like, what I did before I left, I asked him, do I need to start calling the police? I'm trying not to be dramatic. I'm trying not to cause a scene. Why are y'all not willing to help me? So let's see. So I'm just trying to give y'all some dates. Let's see. Then we have, okay, so on 4/21/2022, the guy with the green hat. Now on 4/21, as I'm leaving, because Josh was at the desk that sits closest to the turf. So as I'm leaving out and walking towards the front desk, the general manager at the time, Mike, was standing there. I was on my way to go speak to him. He sees me, rolls his eyes, walks away from the desk. I write all of this down. Let's see. Now, where are we going? So then, okay. So, April 15th to evening to early morning of the 16th is when I was assaulted. So like I said, at first I didn't know who it had anything to do with. Anybody that knows me knows I love going to the gym. I love working out, running, eating healthy for the most part at that point. So the gym was my outlet. So even after my assault, I went and got the rape kit done. The very next day, I was still going back to the gym because, like I said, I wasn't putting two and two together. I just wouldn't have thought that Thomas would have had anything to do with it, or that what he said or was saying, these idiots would have believed. But clearly they're not that bright. So now I have 4/24, April 24th of 2022. And this was between 8 and 9 p.m. A friend of mine's, me and Megan, went to the gym. This was a Sunday. She was started to come with me on a few Sundays because it's the day she was off, the day she was available. After we got done working out, doing our sets, we went to the front desk to try and get signed up to lay on the hydro beds. Kevin was there that day. He didn't have on a uniform. He had on like a blue navy shirt, black shorts. And then the young kid at the desk with the mole or the tattoo on his face was there. So I asked the kid at the desk, and I'm like, can we get, the hydro? Can we sign up to do the hydro beds? Kevin walks up and says that, yeah, don't worry about that. Her membership will be canceled soon. He tried to mumble it, but he was very loud. And he said, I don't know why it hasn't been yet. So Megan even heard this. She was a witness to that. The black kid just kind of laughed and, gave us said okay to the hydro bed, gave us the book to sign, and we went on. I didn't think nothing of it. So then, would you stop? So, it's my friend's dog. So, but anyways, so that was 4/24. So I'm gonna cut this video a little short, and then, so this is part 4, video 2. So part 4, video 3 coming up next.